What's up, everybody, and welcome
Hello.
to In
Hello.
Love with Horror. My name is AJ,
And I'm Christy.
and y'all, of course, you know what time it is, y'all. It's Sunday. It's the
Sunday.
Horror News Live Show right here with AJ and Christy In Love with Horror. The best place to be on Sunday morning, talking about
Yes.
horror news, talking about the genre, y'all, the genre that we all love. And let me tell y'all something. It's gonna be a great show because there is a lot of news. There's so much news, in fact, that we couldn't even include all the news. So there might be some small pieces of news that we might not cover just because there was just so much, and we didn't want to have like a super long show, just in case some of the conversations for some of the topics run on for a good little minute. But it's gonna be a dope show for October 12th,
Yes.
2025, y'all. We got a
What's
couple
up?
people in the chat already. We got Mr. Dan. What's going on? He said, "Hey guys, still working my way through your VHS ranking. That is a long one, but it's a
It is a
dope
long
one.
one.
Yeah,
It is long.
great. It is a great one." And we got Michael saying, "Good morning. I'm ready for the horror tea. What's
Good
going
morning,
on?
Michael.
Good morning. Good morning." Then we got Jerica. Hey everyone, what's going on?
Hey,
Jerica?
Jerica.
We got the man, the myth, the legend, Mike and Sid. What's
Good
going
morning,
on, Mike?
Mike. Good morning, everybody.
Yeah,
It's
good morning,
time.
everybody. Thank you so much for joining us live Sunday morning to talk about all the horror news and just celebrate horror. It's October, it's Halloween. It's just dope. It's just feeling
It's
good.
a
You know what I'm
great
saying?
time.
Yep.
Yes. I went outside this morning and the air is cool. It's leaves, being blown by
Mhm.
the wind across the yard. It's just a
Yep.
beautiful time of
It's
year.
that time. It's that fall time. It's that horror time. Mr. Dan said, I think La Llorona is underrated. I'd like to
Ooh.
see more. Now, we're going to be talking about that because I, I definitely disagree, Mr. Dan. I disagree like vehemently because that's not a good one. But hey, look, that's we'll talk about it, but the sequel could be better. We will see.
Yeah.
Mike said Chicago weather can't decide what it want to do. That's that global warming, buddy. That's that global warming. I said warning, global warming,
Well, it
because
is a warning.
it is like a warning, yeah, because the
Oh,
weather
but
be
it's not real.
fluctuating on crazy stuff.
Global
Yep.
warning. Warming isn't real.
But yeah, if you let this administration tell it stuff for climate, shit's not real. Like, fuck science, I guess. But whatever.
Yeah.
But before we get into the news, y'all, of course, we got to do a little bit of housekeeping. So off the top, we got to talk about our weekly podcast series, which is Scream If You've Seen This, over on Spotify and Apple Podcasts. That's our dope weekly series where we talk about older films in detail. We talk about the different scenes and the different story, all the spoilery details for these films in like a 45-minute ish podcast. Now, our last one was for Hunt. That one ran a little bit longer because it was such a great conversation talking about haunted houses and our own experiences and other things like that. It was a dope conversation as we talked about the film Haunt, which is
AJ
that
said I
20.
was talking too much. Ah, that's
Well,
why it was long.
well, obviously you really enjoyed the film because you were going into details about the different like segments and pieces. Well, it's just good that I feel like when you really enjoy a movie, you want to talk about it. So I feel
Yeah.
like naturally, like that ran a little bit longer, but it was a fantastic conversation. So definitely check out the Haunt. Scream if you've seen this week. We're doing Late Night with the Devil, personal favorite. Excited to talk about that one. I might be running long on that one because I really like that movie a lot.
Yeah.
In
Because
fact,
you
this was our second. Was this our second or third time watching it?
third, I think.
Let me tell you
No,
something.
it was only
This,
second. We only
yeah,
watched it one
this is
time.
my second time watching it, and it was even better on the rewatch. I think I might have actually gave it a higher rating on the rewatch. I
You
was like,
did because I
damn,
went
this
back
shit is
to
good.
look at our rating from before, and it is
I was
higher.
like, I was like, I forgot how incredible this movie is. Now I know everybody not as high on it, but I think that movie is excellent. And
I mean,
maybe
I think it's great, but I think
it's
incredible might be
excellent.
a stretch.
No, not even stretching. It's incredible. Now I ain't saying it's a masterpiece, but it's damn near incredible.
Oh
Um,
man. Oh, Mr.
Mr.
Dan
Dan
said,
said maybe because Linda Carlini is in it.
well, we
Yeah, I
can't
see
function
you,
on
Mr.
that one.
Dan.
We
Yeah, I
can't
see
function
you.
on that, Mr. Dan.
Mike said Hunt is a great Halloween season movie. It really is.
Is
Man,
it gets the vibes.
Hunt is excellent. It's got great vibes. We got our
Movie is
life and horror in the chat. Huh? Happy
excellent.
to. What? It
You
is.
said Late Night was incredible and Haunt is excellent. I think you're stretching a little bit, baby.
Okay, maybe it's not. I might be stretching a little bit on Hunt, but I'm talking about from a vibe perspective. It's excellent. From a
Okay.
vibe perspective, I think Hunt is excellent. Vibe
Okay.
perspective, but no, Late Night with the Devil is
No, it's
excellent though.
good. I thought it was good. But excellence. Let's church.
Mike said, maybe I need to rewatch because I did not like Late Night. I saw that. I saw some people weren't really feeling it as much. But I don't know what it is about the movie, but it works really well for me. Like I was telling Christy after we rewatched it today, I was like, man, that like I'm the kind of person I like engagement and I like movement and progression in a story and a movie. I don't like the lollygag. I don't want those. I don't want it to be super
Slow
slow.
burn. Mm.
Like I don't mind a slow burn, but it's just not my favorite. So Late Night with the Devil, like the pacing is like just perfect to me, in my opinion. Like we're always moving forward. Something interesting is always happening. It feels dynamic, and then the format I think of the late night show contributes to it. But uh, podcast for Scream if you've seen this for Late Night dropping this week, so we'll be talking about it in all the detail. Also, our life in horror said I didn't like Late Night either. That's crazy. I don't know why y'all didn't like it. That shit is hard. I think Late Night. I think Late Night is fire. And even on the rewatch, I was like, damn, this shit is good. I love this movie. I love Late Night with the Devil. I love it. But speaking of another movie that we did like, we do got our Good Boy review up. So on the YouTube channel as well as the podcast channels, we did a spoiler-free and spoiler discussion review for Good Boy, which is the dog horror film that released, was it last weekend, with Indy the dog. That was a great review. I think the movie's pretty good too. I actually really like that movie. What about you?
Oh, you waiting for me to give
I
you
thought you
feedback?
I didn't know if
Oh,
you
my
want to say something about it.
bad. Oh no, it was a good movie. Yeah, we talked about it in the review, but yeah, it was okay.
Yeah, it was pretty good. Check that review out. And the
Hmm.
last piece of housekeeping we want to talk about was, next weekend is the Chainsaw Awards. Now we were going to try to do a watch along, but we're going to be at Halloween Horror Nights that night now. Super excited for that. It's going to be crazy fun. We plan to do like a little vlog type shit for the channel. So make sure you subscribe and tuned in so you can see Christy being super scared the whole night. It's going to be a lot of fun. It's going to be real funny.
Oh, look
Uh,
at Mike's comment.
what do you say? Hold on, let me see what Mike said. Mike said, okay, regarding Good Boy, before I decide I put on pants to go watch. Hey, did you like Presents? I can't remember. Mike,
He did.
I did
He
like
loved
Presents.
presents.
I loved Presents. I thought Presents was great. I stand by it. I like Presents. I think Presents is a good movie. So
It's
that being
not a
said,
good movie.
hey, but okay, Christy liked Good Boy too now. She said it was good too.
Okay, but would I put pants on to go see it in the movies? No, I would not.
Uh, if you
Be
really like
honest, baby.
dogs, yeah, if you really like dogs, go watch it. But I would. Okay, here. Check this out.
I feel like
Chrissy,
if you gotta
Chrissy
do
and I
all
got
this,
the.
then no.
Hold up. Chrissy and I got the unlimited pass at Regal, right? That's how we usually watch our movies. If you got
I
like
wouldn't even
unlimited
use
pass,
my unlimited pass to go see this in the
I
movies.
would. I would use the unlimited pass. But if you got to pay
No,
if you got to pay $15 to go see Good Boy, you might want to wait. You know what I'm saying?
I wouldn't, because when we go to the movies, we still spend a lot of money on like concessions and stuff.
Well,
I
don't.
was,
The
I
movie ain't
was.
that long. You can skip. You can skip concessions. It ain't
It's
that
not that
long.
long. That's very true. It's super quick,
Hmm.
but I wouldn't go. I wouldn't spend my money on that
Yeah.
at the movie theater.
Now look,
I
Jerica
would
said
watch
I
it
like
alone.
presents. See, me and Jerica understand presents. You know what I'm saying? We get it. I don't know why y'all don't get it, but presents is
Okay.
good.
All right.
But yeah,
Jerica
all right,
wants to
Mike.
put on pants and go to the theater and watch it, or did
What?
I'm sure
Good
she
Boy.
had to, right? Go watch
Oh,
Good Boy in
yeah,
the
yeah.
theater.
But yeah, Mike. Yeah, you might want to wait then. You might want to wait on Good Boy. Save your money because we got other films coming out. Like this week, we got Black Phone 2 coming. That's probably going to be the better film to spend the money on. Is Black Phone 2, more than likely.
Oh yes, that's leagues better
Yeah,
to me. Yeah.
yeah.
So yeah, if I had looked at the calendar for October and I had to pick and choose what movies to go see, yeah, that definitely would be like way much lower on my list of
Yeah,
movies.
exactly. There's a lot of movies still to come this month, like Black Phone 2, Shelby Oaks. Save your money because you got two movies that's probably gonna be must sees in the theater coming up. All right, so with that, we can jump to what we've been watching recently because it's Halloween season, it's October's creepy season, so we had to every day we watching horror movies, right? So some of the stuff that we've watched recently. Now this is more in the thriller realm. We did watch Strange Darling for the first time recently because we're trying to watch all the Chainsaw Award nominee films. And Strange Darling was one of our gaps that we hadn't seen yet, so we did watch that. Just your quick thoughts on that, Bay? Strange Darling.
I don't think I was as high on this one as everyone else. I did like the way that the story was told. It's another one of those ones that is broken down into chapters, but it kind of like mixes things up a little bit. I like the way that storytelling aspect was done. Performances really really good,
Mm-hmm.
but there was just some things in it I just didn't like. They don't sit well with me. But I mean, and it was gorgeously shot. Like it was super beautiful. The colors were freaking vibrant. I mean, it looked really amazing.
Yeah.
But I just think there's some things I just don't like. And so, I'm definitely not in the 5-star, 4.5-star realm at all. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you're more closer to what Jerica said. I'll be honest. I hated Strange Darling.
I'm with Jerica on that one. Yeah,
now
not lower, it was okay though. But
now check this out, Mike. Mike is here. Check this out. Me and Mike agree on something. We agree on something because I really like Strange Darling. I was like, damn, this movie is good as hell. I think I gave it a 4 out of 5. I think I did.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah, I did. I think I went 4 out of 5 on Strange Darling. I thought that movie was like good as hell. It was it subverted my expectations in a good way. It was real like
that was also
chaotic
the difference between me and you, right? Like I caught it the moment that things were gonna weigh out the way that they were, but you didn't. So I think that's also why I was like, okay, this is kind of predictable. Whereas when you were like, oh no, man, this was super, like I had not see this coming type of thing or whatever. Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't.
Maybe that's why I wasn't as high on it as you are.
Yeah, I was like, oh shit, they really flipped this shit. I was not expecting it to go down in this kind of way. But man, like that movie was good. Like you said, performances, the music, the audio, the score, the way it looks, the way it's shot. I thought everything about the movie was pure excellence. I see Mike said he gave it 5 out of 5, and it was his number 1 or 2 last year. I get it. I understand that completely. Sam said Strange Darling was really good, but the substance use was triggering. Probably won't watch again, but yeah, that's understandable. Yeah, because it was a lot. There was a lot of triggering things in them. It was like a lot of crazy shit in that movie for sure. Now another film that we watched as we're trying to like catch up on all the nominee films for Chainsaw Awards, we watched Freaky Tales for the first time. Quick thoughts on Freaky Tales, babe.
Loved it. It was so good. It was a great time. I'm actually surprised that we're claiming this movie as a horror movie.
Because it's not really a horror movie.
Really a horror movie. And it's not tagged as one either. But I don't care. That shit was fire. It was really good. Yeah. The two people, the movie itself is, rooted in like Oakland culture. It's definitely set in the 80s, so it feels like the 80s. But you know how some movies they be like, oh, it's in the 80s, but it don't really feel like the 80s. This shit felt like the 80s, and it was so.
You got an example of that? They don't be feeling like the 80s.
What was that last movie that Ty West made?
Oh, the Maxine one.
I did not like that movie, and I feel like that was like an attempt at the 80s, but it just didn't hone in on it completely. It wasn't all the way there. It wasn't dialed in properly. But this joint was dialed all the way in.
Okay.
It was super dope. But yeah, it was good. I liked all the stories. It was really good. Well done. Great performances too.
Yeah, I agree. The performances were really good. Mike said, "Is it family Halloweeny like Ghostbusters that the horror community likes to claim it?"
I would say so, because it's got like elements. I would say like it's inspired by 80s, right? Like so things like that. I think are probably why it's being claimed by horror, because there are
some of the slight fantastical.
It reminds me of like a Ghostbusters or something like that. Yeah.
But yeah, it's definitely not very horror-ish, but it is a good movie though.
It is good.
Like, and it's broken up in like a chapter. It's almost broken up like shorts in a way, but all the stories are connected. And the first 2 like shorts, I was like, oh, these are cool, these are good. But then the last 2 shorts came, and I was like, oh my god, this shit is really hard. Like, damn, that last short was some of the most fire shit I've seen.
Pedro Pascal is also in it.
Our boy Pedro was in there, boy.
He did really good.
Hold on, I'm gonna tell you something. The role that Pedro is playing in that short in that film, I could watch a whole movie of him playing that kind of character. I was like, this this Pedro is hard. Like,
Yeah.
this shit is fire.
Yeah, it was really good.
But yeah, Freaky Tales was dope, y'all. Y'all gotta check that one out if you haven't seen it.
Nothing like I expected it to be, for sure.
Yeah, no, I didn't. Yeah, it was nothing like what I expected, but it was good.
No, he was a character, Mike. He was a character. He was not Pedro.
Yeah, Pedro, let's go. Pedro support. Look at that. Pedro in the chat. Mike said, was he Pedro? Oh, yeah, no, he was like a character. Yeah,
He
like
was
you
a
said.
character,
Like,
yeah.
he was his character. And,
Mhm.
and I think it suited him. I think this character
It
suited
did.
his style
Mhm.
really well.
It did.
Jerica said, I haven't seen Freaky Tales, but it's on my list. I'm going to have to watch it ASAP.
Oh, yeah, it's fun.
You're
It's
going to
fun.
like that Freaky Tales. That junk's hard. A lot of action. It's a lot of action in Freaky
Yeah,
Tales.
like if you can tell what movies inspired this joint. Like if you like them old, like even like the kung fu style joints from the back in the day, like the Last Dragon. Is it called the Last Dragon or the Red Dragon?
Yeah, Last Dragon.
Last Dragon. Yeah, Enter the Dragon. Ghostbusters. There was this movie that came out back in the day called Meteor Man. I know you don't remember that, but I thought about that movie too.
Mm-hmm.
It's just got those old, like, fun 80s movies vibes across the board. Yeah.
Yep. But yeah, that's what we've been watching recently. We already talked about Late Night with the Devil, so we can go ahead and jump into the horror news unless you got anything you want to add real quick. Beck.
Nope, that's it.
All right. And Mike, I like your shout out with Meteor Man, by the way. All right, y'all. Let's get into the horror news because we got a lot to talk about. The first thing we're talking about, of course, is coming from Shudder. So let me get this pulled up on my screen real quick. So Shudder did announce already that a Creep Tapes season 3 is coming in 2026. So season 2 ain't even out yet, and they're already like, hey, we already know season 2 is gonna go hard. So season 3 already confirmed coming next year.
Dope.
Yeah, this is dope.
I'm excited about that. We kind of mentioned this lightly last time we had news that they were going to keep making these.
Mm-hmm.
So it's just really cool because I told you like the budget is super low for these, so it's easy for them.
Extra
to make
low.
Yeah, but I'm excited for them. I mean, they're doing great things in the horror community, and so you always want to like root for these people to do great things. And so I'm excited that they keep being crazy and making good content. I personally don't like the Creep movies as much as everyone else.
Mm-hmm.
And I didn't really love season 1, but the episodes I watched of season 2 are super good. And if they keep that trajectory, I think it's going to just continue to get better and better.
Yeah, I agree. I like the Creep movies. I thought they were really good. I'm not like a super massive fan, but I do like the movies though. Season 1 of Creep Tapes was good. I don't remember if I finished it or not because it's one of those things where like it's kind of hard to binge it.
Do you remember his mom?
Same thing over and over. Nah, I don't remember his mom. So
then you didn't finish.
I need to go back. It's one of those things where it's not like I dislike it or anything. It's just it's the same premise each time. So like yeah,
that's why
I got taken in doses.
That's why I like season 2. We got to watch a couple episodes of it at Fantastic Fest because it isn't like season 1 was, where I feel like it was super repetitive at the beginning. I mean, it does veer off a little bit near the end of season 1. But season 2 just comes out the gate with different stuff, and they got a lot more guest stars too, like people you might recognize to kind of like I think break it up because we're always looking at Peach Fuzz. So we get like a little bit of variety, I think. So that's really cool.
Yeah, I agree, bro. I agree. And Mike mentioned, I wonder how far they can stretch this, but I'm here for it because Mark is a gym.
He is, absolutely. I agree.
Yep. And Christy got to, see him do the interview at Fantastic Fest and got to get a picture with Mark. Yep. And he seemed like he's a great person in person.
He seems so fun. Yeah.
And then Mike said, I get you, AJ, because I love Creep and I haven't finished season 1 either. Yes, it's hard to watch some episodes back to back. It's the same shit, but just like a different, persona. But yeah.
I don't like the fact that they're so short.
They are.
Because I was like, dang, these just go by so quickly. But I think everyone is gonna like season 2, and I genuinely mean that. Like, because I'm hearing the same complaints, right? Like the repetitiveness.
Mm-hmm.
I think y'all are gonna appreciate season 2 a lot better. And honestly, I don't even think you gotta finish season 1 to watch season 2.
You kind of don't have to because they're their own thing. So you really don't. You honestly don't really have to.
Yeah.
We got Matt in the chat saying, "Hey guys, what up, Matt? What's going on?"
Send my love to Lacey and the kids.
All right, y'all. So let us know in the comments, what do you think about them announcing season 3 creep tapes already? Looks like season 2 must be pretty promising, or is just so cheap to make.
Yeah.
Why not keep making them?
Mike said, I'm still bitter. We got tapes and not a part 3.
I can feel you on that. I do think a part 3 would have been better, so it's not we're getting the same thing all the time. But yeah.
Gotcha.
Matt said he just screamed your love at them. Michael said the only thing that sticks out to me about that show was the breast milk at the end. But I'm down.
Yeah, that
so
was
I guess
crazy.
there's some sort of
It's crazy.
Hey, what's going on with horror and like breast milk? I feel like we watched VHS Halloween that had a big emphasis on breast milk.
It was a lot of it.
A 6 titty pump, which was super crazy to see. But anyway, let's jump to a classic horror franchise that wrong button, that may be coming back. Specifically talking about Ellen Ripley. So this story here, well, I got this article from Entertainment Weekly, but Sigourney Weaver. What do you know? Which conversation this was regarding? I don't know what she's being interviewed for exactly.
Oh, it was like a reunion panel or something like that.
Okay, yeah, like a reunion panel. But she said she confirmed that she had a meeting with Disney about reprising her role as Ellen Ripley in another Alien installment, and expressed her interest in working with Walter Hill, who produced Ridley Scott's original '79 film, to create a very different kind of alien. And I was like, whoa. Now I was a little confused because, I don't see how that is exactly possible. But I mean, I could see how they could do it. They could just keep going the clone route. But
yeah,
either way, I was like, I'm like, fuck it. It's Sigourney Weaver, Ellen Ripley. I'm on board.
I'm about to say, yeah. Don't ask no questions. Just watch.
Yeah. It's like, fuck it, like go crazy. But I thought it was interesting because she said that it would be a very different kind of alien. I was like, wonder what that means exactly.
Yeah, that's a good question. I don't know. But
go ahead, man.
Oh, nothing. Mike was just saying Ripley.
Oh yeah, Ripley. Yeah, Ripley is a staple.
Yeah, for sure. I'll be down for it.
Yeah, I'll be fully down for more Alien that includes the OG characters. I don't know what they would do with it. And Christy and I have not finished Alien Earth yet.
We watched one episode. Wait, yeah. Oh no, wait. Was it one or two?
We watched, I think, just the first episode.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah, it's not, and we liked it. It was just, when there's a bunch of shit going on. Well, Christy, sometimes like a show has to be like insanely good to like hook her to make her want to binge it. I think the last show that we binged was the
no. Okay. I was gonna say we started watching Wayward and only watched one episode of it.
Nah, the last show we binged that you was like really hooked into was the Netflix one. Was it Untamed?
That was really good.
That was like the last show where you were like, we can watch the next one. You know what I'm saying? Normally it's like we'll watch one episode and Christy be like, okay, I got to take a break. Or we watch 2 episodes. Okay, I got to take a break from this. But Untamed, it was like, oh, we can watch the next one. We just kept going. You know what I'm saying?
It was really good.
So it's got to be like some sort of mystery and it's got to like really hook her. But if you don't really get her in that first episode, it's going to take us forever to finish that shit.
That's it.
But it's all good though. Mike said, listen, I'm here for it if it's Ripley versus Aliens versus Predator. Oh,
no, that would be fire. That would be
all right,
fire, Mike.
That would be crazy. I'd love to see Ellen Ripley fighting aliens, xenomorphs, and Predator. That'd be crazy.
Yeah.
It seems like that's what they're building towards anyway, with all the different crossover shit they're doing right now with the different Predator and Alien projects. So maybe that's something that we actually could build to, which I think would be super fire.
Yeah.
But let us know, y'all, in the comments, what do you think about a new Alien movie that features Ellen Ripley and her saying a very different kind of alien? What could that mean exactly? So let us know your thoughts down in the comments.
Oh, Matt had a comment about when. Do we know when?
Do we know when Walter Hill wrote this? Ooh, I don't know. I don't think the article mentions when he wrote it. I'm trying to see if it mentions it somewhere in there. No, I don't think it mentioned when. See, she just said, I'm thinking about working with Walter to see what the rest of the story would be. It would not be running around air shafts. It would be a very different kind of alien with a really good script and scary. So I don't even know if it's actually fully finished.
No, it's only like 50 pages.
Okay, yeah.
I
Yeah,
think
so no idea when this was written.
only
Yep.
50 pages of where they think Ripley would be now.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, where he wrote where he thinks she would be now. And that
Mm-hmm.
was enough to, I guess,
Get her.
intrigue her and want her to kind of
Mm-hmm.
go more into it. Matt said, because I believe he is retired, so I wonder if it's something from back in the day.
It's possible.
That's actually interesting. So
Yep.
alien to bring him out of retirement. Uh, Very
I'm
interesting.
sure that's probably what the case is. Like something he wrote a while back.
Or maybe he's seeing all this alien stuff come out. He's like, man, Alien Earth, like, fuck that shit. Like,
Uh,
let me show you how to make a real alien movie. Alien Romulus, like, what the fuck?
mm,
But let's switch gears to another sci-fi franchise, the one that we had to put on the background for with our folks Mulder and Scully. So this is all about the X-Files reboot coming from none other than Ryan Coogler, y'all. So it's been announced that Danielle Deadwyler is in talks to star in the reboot series from Ryan Coogler for the X-Files. Now, I don't think it was actually confirmed, but I
no.
think the assumption is that she would play Scully.
I mean, why not? Why would she turn that down?
Yeah. And I think she would be incredible in that role. But yeah, what'd you think we heard this news, man?
Well, obviously I was hype as hell. Okay, Mike said in the chat that he has not watched X-Files.
Hey.
You're missing out.
Now,
some good stories.
Chrissy and I have not finished the whole series, but let me tell you something.
2 seasons.
X-Files. Well, yeah, I think when we had started rewatching it, we got to the first 2 seasons.
Fully.
Yeah.
I mean, I've watched one-off episodes.
It's a huge, yeah. We've seen episodes here and there throughout over time. You know, it's a lot. It was like 218 episodes of X-Files.
It's a lot.
But it's an incredible series. Like that shit is timeless. If you go back and watch them old seasons, it's still fire. Like it still feels like such an incredible piece of work. Yeah. So I highly recommend y'all go and start binging that. Trust me, you're gonna like it.
You're gonna like it. But yes, I do believe Danielle Deadwyler, as Jerica saying in the chat, is perfect casting for this type of role. If you've seen anything she's been in before, she's gonna deliver on this role for sure. And I would love to see her cast as. And it's funny because, you know, when we first heard about this news that Ryan Coogler was thinking about doing this, I didn't even think about her. But now that we're here, and I'm like, oh yeah, absolutely.
Yep. Oh, absolutely. Yep. And what's cool about this reboot, by the way, is that Coogler's actually working with the X-Files creator, Chris Carter. So they actually met and they're developing the project together. So it's not like like they're just saying screw the OG stuff. They're actually working with the original creators. So I feel like with those powers combined, there should be something pretty phenomenal that comes out of that crew. Matt said they always thought the X-Files premise could carry on without Duchovny and Anderson. So presumably they'll just bring on new actors playing new agents. I thought about that too. Would it be new agents? Would they do like a full reboot and it's like Mulder and Scully? But with new actors. That part I'm not fully certain on because I don't think they actually. I don't know if Coogler mentioned in other interviews or not.
But I think I would prefer that avenue. Like they're just new people.
Oh, like they're not Mulder and Scully.
Yeah. Because I mean, when you think about the show, I think about them obviously.
Hey, Fox Mulder, bro. Mulder, that's my god. Mike said, "Oh wait." He said, "You just know they're gonna make her Mulder for no reason." But I love that her. That would be so funny. And 100%. They would do some random shit like that. She's Mulder, and try to do some role reversal, whatever. Matt said they were trying to transition the new agents in season 8 and 9 with Rob Patrick.
Oh, I thought he meant like
Annabeth Gish.
Oh, sorry. I thought he meant like she would be the one that doesn't believe.
I thought he just meant. I thought he meant like if they did do a reboot and it was Mulder and Scully again. I think that's what Mike was saying.
Okay, gotcha.
Now Matt Christy and I didn't make it that far in the series, so
No,
we
we
don't know
didn't.
nothing about
We
the
never.
season 8. Now we didn't make it that far yet, but we'll get there eventually. But yeah, this is a X-Files is a dope franchise. That's
It is.
especially for me as somebody who
He
likes
love
that weird
aliens.
sci-fi and aliens and shit like that. I'm all about it, man.
Yeah,
So
you love aliens until, well, I don't know, because we were
what?
recently talking about the reports of like this thing that they found in the sky that they thought was a comet, but if you get closer look at it, it
The
doesn't
three-eye
actually look
atlas.
like a comet.
It looked like a
It looks like a
spaceship.
spaceship.
Yep.
And I was telling AJ about it. I'm like, oh, that's kind of scary. And he over here, well, maybe they got technology they can give us. And I'm like, or not.
Or just like Star Trek, they can unify the world. So it's no more of this
Really?
bullshit, racism, and all this dumb shit. We can actually come together as a human species now that we have an opposing species. Maybe not actual enemies, but it's like, all right, like fuck all this bullshit, racism, and all this prejudice, and all this, like we're just humans now. We got to work together because now we got aliens. You know what I'm saying?
Well, I don't want us to have aliens in order for us to do that.
Well, you would hope that it wouldn't take aliens, but maybe the aliens was like these motherfuckers need it. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
but no one else that will fuck it up anyway. It'll be like Arrival, like when they started
Yeah.
fucking shooting at them and stuff like that. We'll fuck it up, and we'll all get the planet will get murked because we got fucking an administration that would probably want to fight the aliens. You know what I'm saying? So
no, AJ, you're gonna get us killed.
He said, "No, AJ, the X-Files should teach you that certain humans will team up with aliens against other humans." That is true. That is so true. I like how Mike just said, "Nope."
Exactly. No, we don't want that. Mike, the other Michael said, "You're gonna get us killed."
Hey, look, I'm hopeful that it's friendly aliens. You know what I'm saying? Like the aliens from Arrival. Or
didn't people die in Arrival? Or am I thinking about a different movie? Oh, no, that's Annihilation.
Well, it's kind of spoiler territory, but I mean, it wasn't until after we fucked it up. You know what I'm saying? Or like the day the Earth stood still. Like I think we were only going to get murked because we was being assholes.
Do you remember the movie? Okay, all right.
Yeah. He had to be shown that, hey, look, not all humans is pieces of shit. There's some good ones out there. You know what I'm saying?
Well, I'm just hoping that maybe the camera is wrong. The thing that they're seeing is wrong, and it's not actually a spaceship.
As long as it's not like War of the Worlds.
What's it called?
We'll be all right.
Y'all need to look this up.
It's three-eye Atlas is what it's called.
The 3-eye Atlas. Y'all Google it.
Yeah. As long as it's not like War of the Worlds, we'll be all right. But if it's on some War of the Worlds shit, oh man, that's not good.
Like I said, signs the aliens were ready to square up regardless.
Oh, they were. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, and then they held a grudge too. You know what I'm saying?
They did.
Like, think about the end of that movie.
Yeah, they did. They didn't let it go.
Yep. And we talk about faith-based movies. That's actually one of the best ones ever made.
That is a faith-based movie. Yeah.
Yep. And that dude, he went full back to being a priest. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, y'all let us know what you think about a new X-Files coming from Ryan Coogler in the comments. Now, keeping on the same trajectory, talking about shows. This is a show that Chrissy and I have not watched yet, but I know there's a lot of fans of the series. Well, they may be sad to hear that season 4 of Yellow Jackets is going to be the final season, so the story will come to a conclusion. Now, to those that are in our chat right now, how many of y'all have actually watched this show? We have not seen it, but we've heard a lot of great things about it.
I know. It's funny. I keep scrolling by. I'm like, I want to get into this, but
it's tough to, like, when a show has already been running a while. It's tough to like get into it because oh man, I got to go through like 30 episodes to catch up, like, and so it becomes like a task almost because you're like, I got to go through all these episodes to actually catch up to where the storyline is right now.
Yeah. But I did like that the creators had to say about it. They basically were saying like they were listening to the story. You know how some people just drag shit out over and over unnecessarily. We get things. French. I was literally thinking the same thing, babe. Because Fringe was such a good ass show.
Christy on the same page. Once the main shit happened, it's like, oh wow, this show sucks now.
It sucks. They completely switched it up, and I'm like, y'all should have just ended it. You should have just ended it. I mean, I haven't watched everything in Walking Dead, but I know, y'all got 100,000 comics to go off of. But at the
Yep.
same time, it's like the story starts to veer off. It's like, okay, so it's time to close it down. But yeah, so these creators said they listened to the story and realized, okay, the story is done. There's no need to keep going. And I think a lot more people need to do stuff like
Yeah,
that.
I agree. I'm glad they understand. Like, all right, if we keep trying to push this and stretch it out and milk it, like it's going to lose itself and lose its
Mhm.
identity, and then now it's going to go downhill. Instead, go out on a high note, and then to be remembered as a great show.
Yeah.
Let's see. Hold on. See, Mike Casero said, I mean, based on the premise, I couldn't imagine it go that long. So 4 seasons seems solid to not overstay its welcome. And then Michael said, love Yellow Jackets. I'm actually okay with it ending in now before it drags. It's one of those shows like From,
Yeah.
good, but where the hell is this going?
I agree. I think From only needs one more season. Like I love
That
From.
ain't happening.
Bait. I know it's not gonna happen.
They're gonna drag that shit out for another 3 seasons. I guarantee it.
They don't need 3 other
I
seasons.
guarantee it.
I'm trying to get up out of this town. Can we maybe get out of this town? Like you can even be like, okay, we get out, and then they end up somewhere else. But we need to change the scenery or something because it's just dragging out way too much.
Yeah.
They don't need no more seasons, honestly.
No, yeah, I agree. They've dragged it out so much already. Maybe 2 seasons max, because they maybe have a lot of story to tell. But let's just move the story. Let's not keep stretching it out with like these episodes where nothing happens. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Mike said, How to Get Away with Murder had the same problem.
Yeah.
Never watched that show. Did you watch that show, Ben?
Yes. And I stopped watching after the story went left. It's like, all right, we done told the main story. Let's close it out.
Yep. Vampy Gum says Yellow Jacket season 1 is super solid. Season 2 and 3 are more divisive. I'd say it's worth the watch. Okay, so we got to check it out.
We're gonna check it out.
Especially now we know it's about to have a conclusion.
Right, an ending. Exactly.
Right. Yep. So now we can check it out, because there's nothing worse too than when a show is like canceled, but you never watch it in the first place.
Yeah,
that
I hate that too. Yeah, that sucks. Like Archive 81, was that canceled before we watched it?
No, I think they got canceled after
the first. Okay,
after we watched it.
I always get depressed about that. It was such a good daggone show. It was so good. I hate
that cliffhanger was crazy, and then
like why would y'all do us like that?
Crazy work with Archive 81.
It was such a good show.
But to all of our viewers, let us know down in the comments, what do you think about Yellow Jackets concluding on season 4, and let us know if that works for you. All right, let's jump back into movies, y'all. And this is an announcement that came from New York Comic-Con. So this is actually about the Mortal Kombat films. And even though Mortal Kombat 2 isn't even coming to theaters until May of next year, they've already announced they're working on number 3. Now, Mortal Kombat is kind of a weird situation, because if you remember, Mortal Kombat 2 was supposed to come out literally like 2 weeks from now. And then for some reason, which I don't know if they ever actually said why, they jumped the release date all the way to May 15th of next year. That's crazy. That's a crazy leap. I don't know why they did that. But I guess maybe they wanted to go back and spruce up the effects or something like that. I don't know. But they're already working on number 3. It says Jeremy Slater is eyeing to return as the screenwriter, having just announced Mortal Kombat 3 at New York Comic-Con.
Well, it does say that their confidence in this was supported by the release of their Red Band trailer, which had 107 million views within 24 hours. So that was like a new record. And so that's what they're basing their... I don't know if we should base things off of that.
Well, what I will give them, though, because you remember Mortal Kombat 1 was dumb as hell, because they they try to introduce an OG character in Cole, which I thought was dumb as fuck. I was like, why are y'all doing that? The franchise already has all the characters it needs. Why are you trying to create new shit? Just use Liu Kang as the main character. Fucking use Liu Kang. Like, it works. Well, I think they realized with number 2, it's like, all right, fuck that OG character, because I don't think I saw him on the cast list. And let's just use the cast of characters the franchise already has, and let's make a dope movie. That's all you got to do. And so it looks like people did really like how Mortal Kombat 2 looked. I liked how it looked. So
We
maybe
know.
like you said, that was enough to boost them up. Hey, I'm a
Yeah.
fan of Mortal Kombat.
I know you are.
I've been playing that shit my whole life. I remember when I had Mortal Kombat 1 on the Super Nintendo
Yeah,
back in the 90s. You know what I'm saying? I've been playing that
I did
shit my
too.
whole life.
Hmm.
So I'm always excited to get more Mortal Kombat content. You know, I'm a fan of the 90s films. They're not, you know, it's definitely like a more like guilty pleasure. 'Cause I think the
Hmm.
first one's actually pretty decent, but
Yeah,
you know, it's you know,
the first one is
it's
decent.
yeah, and then obviously the music's fire and I like all the little one-liners and stuff like that. But
Yeah.
Mike in the chat said Mortal Kombat 2 that is supposed to be out, then got pushed. Yep. To invite someone, I pushed again till May. Yep. And it's getting a third. That's weird, right? That delay was so
Hmm.
massive. And I
Yeah.
don't think the article or it's ever been mentioned like why it had such a massive delay.
Yeah.
I
I don't
don't
think.
know. I don't know if it was scared to compete with other films in that area because obviously as you go into wintertime, there's some heavy hitters coming. You got Wicked for Good in November
Yeah.
and Avatar uh, at Fire and Ash in December. And
Hmm.
nothing's winning against that shit. Like
No.
those two films is going to dominate November and December. I
Yeah.
can't even remember what else is coming out in those time frames. Um,
I know I'm
but
hyped.
I'm Oh yeah, but yeah, definitely hype. Um, let's see. Mike said, "To no one's surprise, I love MK Annihilation. It has some cool shit in there. The effects with the dragons and shit, obviously,
Of course, Mike.
really ugly, but it has some really cool moments in there with Jax and everything." Michael said, "Sonya Blade gang. Yep, Sonya was dope. Sonya was dope in the first one. But yeah, y'all, Mortal Kombat 3 in the works. They're pinning or working on the script. Let us know down in the comments if you are excited for the second one, which isn't coming until May 15th, which is
Yeah.
that shit is wild to me. But let
It's
us
your
know.
birthday month.
It is my birthday month, so I'm hoping that it'll
Mhm.
be good. I feel like there's some other films that got announced for May as well. I can't remember off the top of my head what else is coming out May, but I should have some good releases to watch on my birthday month.
Mhm.
Hopefully, Mortal Kombat 2 is one of them. All right, so the next thing we want to talk about is more New York Comic Con news, and that was they had Blumfest. So Blumfest 2025 was at New York Comic Con, where they were celebrating the 15th anniversary of the studio. And you know, no matter how we feel about Blumhouse as it is today, like it definitely did start like a certain modern day horror renaissance early in its
Mhm.
you know, in his life. But yeah, so Jason Blum was there, and they talked about all types of shit. They obviously talking about the history of the studio, and then they started talking about like upcoming films. Of course, they had talked about Black Phone 2 that comes out next weekend. So they had the whole cast there, hyping up Black Phone 2. Christy has already seen it, and you gave it a thumbs up, right, Ben?
Yeah, thumbs up.
Yep. So Christy's already seen it. I'm excited to see it. I can't wait. We're gonna see it next weekend. I'm super hyped about
There's
that.
some interesting things about that movie, so I can't wait to talk about it because some people who watched the movie the same night I watched it in the same theater I watched it got something completely different from it in
Yeah.
terms of like religion than I got. So I'm really interested in how people will perceive this movie. Uh, yeah, because I'm really confused about some things.
Okay. Yeah. I can't wait to watch it, and we will be doing full spoiler free and spoiler discussion review. So be ready for that next weekend as well. But also at the Blumfest, they talked about Five Nights at Freddy's 2, and they actually announced some more of the voice cast that's voicing some of the characters in the movie. So they announced Kellen Goff, who's voicing Toy Freddy, Matt Pat from YouTube voicing
Hmm.
Toy Bonnie, and Megan Fox voicing Toy Chica.
Hmm.
I thought that was an interesting cast of people to be voicing some of these characters. I
Yeah.
got the Matt Pat one because Matt Pat I think is credited as really getting people really invested in the storyline of the
Yeah.
video games.
Hmm.
Because I used to watch his, I didn't even play the games, and I was watching his videos. So I was like, damn,
You
this
did.
story is way deeper than I could have ever thought. Like a horror video game could be. The lore was crazy, and I like lore,
Mhm.
so I was sitting there watching them videos like I was playing the games. But yeah, but the Megan Fox choice, I was like, that's like so random. I
It's a
don't know if
little
she's
random.
done. I don't know if she's done voice work in the past. I don't keep up
I'm
with
not
her,
sure.
but I thought that was random. And Mike in the chat mentioned 15 years of horror, 10 years of disappointment. That first 5 years was definitely a run.
Yeah, it was.
Vampy Gum said the trailers for Black Phone 2 look crazy. I'm very curious to see how that plays
Yeah,
out.
the trailer is dope.
Yep.
And the parts around those parts, yeah, they're really good.
I can't wait. I can't wait. That's why I put the grabber on my background because I'm hyped for that Black Phone 2, yo. They also talked a little bit about some of the other upcoming films, like Lee Cronin's The Mummy. And Jason Blum actually said, "quote I
Excited
just
about
saw
that.
it. I just saw it 2 weeks ago, but you're going to be very happy about it. But I'm not supposed to talk it up too much. It's really cool." I thought
And
that's funny. He said that.
I always laugh at the way he like talks about things. Like
Yeah, he's
even
like a
his
big kid.
tweets, he be I agree with that.
Mhm.
He does come off very like kid like.
Because what I would say, right, is like even though they've made a lot of disappointing horror movies, I can tell that Jason
A ton.
Blum like has like the passion for horror.
Oh well, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like I think that a lot of the quality has been lost just with the expansion of the studio. But I think that like inner passion has always been there.
Yeah.
And we'll talk about Jason Blum did an interview. Who was it with again, Becky? I'm like blanking on who it was with.
I don't
But
know.
I don't
It was
forgot
with
who it
Variety,
was
but
with.
I don't know.
Variety, yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know if he did it with Variety specifically, but
Yeah.
Jason Blum did a big interview, and we'll talk about that later on this news show, because he talked a lot about like his passion for horror, the studio, and kind of what else he wants to do. And you can kind of tell like he just loves the genre. Unfortunately, his studio don't be making good shit, but I gotta respect the fact that he at least has that passion for the genre. But they talked about Lee Cronin's The Mummy. They also talked about he shouted out Jessica Chastain led and Rob Savage directed The Other Mommy and the series Scarpetta with Nicole Kidman. He also shouted out. Well, it says at one point during the panel, the audience received a message from The Further, with Blum noting that that new Insidious movie is going to come out next fall. What else did he say? They teased an upcoming horror game from that Blumhouse Games studio side called Sleep Awake, talking about it. It uses full motion video within the 3D game space. I don't even really understand what that means, but that's another thing that they talked about was that game. So yeah, they had a little tidbits. It wasn't like a whole lot of announcements, but definitely crazy to see that the studio has grown that much in the 15 years. And we'll talk more about Blumhouse later on and what Jason Blum had to say in that big interview that he did this past week. But let us know in the comments, y'all. What do you think about some of the casting news for Five Nights at Freddy's? Are you excited about any of the other upcoming Blumhouse films and games? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. Michael said Black Phone 2 looks dark, and I'm hoping for a bloodbath. That's what I'm hoping for too.
Definitely dark.
That's what I want. I want it to be dark.
Yep.
All right, y'all. Let's switch to let's go back to TV series. And this one is a TV series that Christy watches. And this is about Interview with the Vampire. So
hey,
they have a new was it like a new series, right? Coming out?
Well, they're doing what is it called? It's I can't think of it right now. I'm having a brain thing, but it's the next story. Thank you. Why didn't you just put that up?
I was trying to find it. It got like lost in my tab list for
StreamYard. It was a continuation. Like, last season was like Louis' version of events. And so now this season is going to be the story told from Lestat's point of view. But it's another book. Anne writes one of her other books, and it features the queen of vampires, the mother of all vampires, Akasha. And so they put their casting announcement out that Sheila Atim is going to be playing that part. Now, there was a lot of discourse around this announcement, which I already figured was going to happen. I already knew it was going to happen. As soon as I saw it, I literally watched the announcement when they loaded it up, and then they revealed the picture of who it was going to be. And I was like, oh, they're going to have a field day with this. And they have had a field day with this. And it's always people who don't actually watch the show. Mm-hmm. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, y'all have not even watched an episode of this and y'all complaining already. You know what I'm saying?
That's
Like,
how it is when online. People online. That's how they do. They just look for shit to complain about.
exactly. But if y'all, because I've seen her in The Woman King, right? And she plays a badass character. Like, she's hardcore. She plays no games and she rides. That's Akasha. Like, the book version of Akasha. Because me and AJ have disagreement about the Aaliyah personification of Akasha. Like, she's beautiful, iconic, absolutely hands down. But
Yeah.
her portrayal is a little rough around the edges, if we can be honest. Okay. And don't get, I love Aaliyah. I used to have posters of her in my locker at school when I was in school. I love her. But her portrayal is a little rough. The whole movie is a little rough, honestly. It's not that great.
Yeah, I agree with that.
It's not that great of a movie. The soundtrack, though, is hard. It's very hard. But yeah, so I'm looking forward to seeing someone who can deliver a true, like, personification of her, because she was evil, she was mean, she gave no F's. You know what I'm saying? Like, she's powerful. Of course, she's the mother of vampires. You know what I'm saying? Like, she didn't care about nobody else, just herself. Not even her man. Not really. You know what I'm saying? Like, so I feel like she can definitely portray this character better than Aaliyah. Don't y'all come for me. I know y'all love Aaliyah, but I'm just being real. Like, as far as like acting abilities, yes, yeah. Acting abilities, I think she can deliver this role to a T. Yeah. Absolutely, hands down.
Some comments in the chat. Vampy Gum said, "Yes, my favorite series right now. So excited to see Akasha.
Yes,
so big fans of Interview with the Vampire." Michael said, "Oh yes, this show was such a pleasant surprise."
It was. It's so well done. So well done.
He also said, "Exactly, Chrissy. I knew it was coming."
Oh yeah,
all the discourse.
They eating it up.
And Mike said the minute he saw this announcement, it made so much sense.
Yes, it does. It makes so much sense. Like, I think she's going to exude that power, and like, I think that's just going to be it'll look really good on screen. Also, a lot of people were upset that they cast another Black character, but as I later discovered, Anne Rice requested they keep her character Black. Because technically, according to the book, you know, and location wise, she should probably be like Middle Eastern. And so a lot of people were calling for it to be rooted in that cultural lane. But because Aaliyah did make the role such an iconic role, she wanted to keep it in that. She wanted to keep her Black, basically. So they decided to follow what Anne Rice wanted, which was to make her a Black woman.
I think that makes sense. I think that actually makes sense. Micah put it in, I guess, a line for the movie. Do you remember that line?
Yeah. She did look good.
Yeah, and he loved the way that she walked. Her walk was fire.
She's a dancer, you know what I'm saying? Okay, babe. But when me and AJ had the conversation initially, he was doing a little bit too much.
Oh my God.
He was like, "Oh yeah, she was a bad bee. She was this, da 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 da."
No, whoa, like, you put words in my mouth. Whoa, you put words in my mouth. I did not say that.
Yes, you did.
You said, you was like, "Oh, Akasha's supposed to be like a bad bitch, like da 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 da."
But you were saying,
I was like, "Well, yeah, Leah was all that." That's exactly what I said. That's literally what I said.
Why are you lying?
No. That's exactly what I said. You put words in my mouth.
No, you was doing a whole lot.
That's what you said.
She was beautiful though. But you was doing you was going the extra mile with it. It wasn't like, oh yeah, she was beautiful. You were just like, oh man, she was bad.
I was not taking it that far.
Yes, you were.
You exaggerating it a little bit. I was not taking it that far. You exaggerated just a little bit.
Nah, I'm so serious.
But I thought her portrayal is fire though. Her portrayal is fire. But hey, look, to the people listening and watching, drop down in the comments. How do you feel about Sheila being cast as Akasha for the upcoming, latest installment in the series for Interview with a Vampire?
You changed that Mike real fast.
Mike said, Adrian again with the statement is the same thing as
Thank
saying
you,
it.
Mike. Thank you. It's the same thing.
I mean, I get what you're saying. I'm saying I didn't. The way she's saying it is not how I like said it. That's
Yes,
all I'm
it
trying to
is.
say. That's like I did not say it
Okay.
like that.
Okay. All right.
All right. But moving on to the next story, y'all. This is about an AI related movie, a movie about AI. So this is coming from Deadline. Get it up on the screen here. So Deadline shared that um, Joseph Gordon-Levitt had a like a I guess like a script about an AI movie, a whole package that they talked about back in December. And they just learned that it's going to Netflix. And Spotlight supporting actress and Oscar nominee and Tony nominee Rachel McAdams is attached to star in this AI related movie. I don't think they didn't put out any other information about what it talks about in this movie, right?
No. Um, but I originally used the tweet because when they first tweeted this, everyone thought he was making an AI movie, like a movie made with AI.
Mm.
And a lot of people were confused by how they worded this. So um but yeah, basically he's making a movie about AI, not a movie with AI. So I thought that was just people were like, "Oh, they probably use AI to make this tweet because it's super confusing."
So they usually had to make the tweet.
Yeah. So attached another article. See, like
Yeah, I just pulled up the
we
other article right
understand
here.
exactly what this means, right? You know what I'm saying? But yeah, there's no details really. He was shopping it around, and now Netflix was like, "Oh, let's get that." So,
Yes, it said just all it said was it's an AI thriller.
mhm. Yeah, we
So I
don't
guess
got no
Netflix was
details about
excited
it.
about it. And I think it's also that could be like the timing is really good because right now AI is a very big topic and discourse amongst the online
Yeah.
community in regards to anything. It could be film, music,
Mhm.
education, you name it. AI is a big topic. They just released that Sora 2 AI. I'm sure y'all seen on them clips, like the Michael Jackson clips, the Tupac and Biggie clips, and like that shit looks
Ridiculous.
real, and it's super crazy that that
Mhm.
technology even exists. I think for me, it's just super scary because if it can look that real, you can start to see like videos of real people doing shit, and you like start to question like, oh, did they really do that shit? You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Because they had videos of like people robbing banks and shit like that. I think they
Mhm.
updated the system since, so you can't put in certain actions or something like that.
Mhm.
But the fact that it can do stuff and it looks so real, I think is super scary for the future because that technology is only going to get better.
I know.
Um,
Yeah. It is
and then
very scary.
yeah, and then we just had a week or two ago we talked about the Tilly Norwood AI
Mhm.
actress. That's that company that made the AI actress, and like apparently talent agencies were actually looking to sign this AI actress. Like, and
Yep.
they created like a social media like profile, like a portfolio for this AI actress, and she was like posting, like she was like a real person, like, oh, I'm going to my first thing, I'm so excited. I was like, this is an AI,
Yeah.
like personification.
And I
It
also
was
saw
just weird.
this tweet. I don't know where this quote came from. So I don't have like a, resource for it. But it said that really Scott says he wants to embrace AI and use it in animation because he says, quote, you can have something done in a week that would take 10 guys to do in 10 weeks.
That's crazy. And that's really
Mm.
Scott said that.
This is what this says that really Scott.
Oh, okay.
Like I said, I don't have a resource for
That's
that.
if that's true, that's pretty wild. Damn,
As we'll
that's
get more
crazy.
into the Blumhouse, I mean Jason Blum interview, but he also says Hollywood needs to embrace AI. It's here to stay. It's very important to use it ethically and legally, and for studios and guilds to protect the copyright of the artists. But if we in Hollywood stick our heads in the sand and don't use it at all, we're going to cede content creation to other people. And now this is one thing I don't agree with. The consumer does not care if what they're looking at is AI.
Yeah, no, that's not true. They
Yeah.
definitely care. They definitely care.
So
Mike
there's
in the chat said AI is the hottest topic. We will see so many more genre films about it. Oh yeah, AI is a big topic right now. When I mentioned the Sora 2, Mike said, I don't like the one where they have Mr. Rogers give Tupac the idea for Hit 'Em Up. That is crazy. I saw, I think the best ones I've seen was like, it was like 90s WWE, and it was like Tupac and Biggie like coming to the ring, and they was
Oh
like
my
doing the
gosh.
banter back and forth. And when I tell you that shit looks so real, and it was,
That's
I'm not gonna lie, it was
crazy.
funny, but it was more like, this is scary that it's this realistic and it's this funny.
That is
Um,
crazy.
Pop Nick in the chat said, "Hi everyone." Pop Nick, what's going on?
What's
Welcome
up?
to the Horror News Live Show. But yeah, y'all. So um, Joseph Gordon-Levitt got a movie
Yeah.
coming about AI thriller. Don't know when it's coming, but I imagine
No,
it'll probably be on
probably
Netflix
be
probably next
fast.
year.
Yeah.
Yeah, Netflix be fast tracking
they,
their shit. So
they do.
I wouldn't be surprised if we see that next year. So let us know in the comments below if you're excited for this film and what your thoughts are on AI and how it can be used in the industry, especially with all these executives starting to talk about embracing it. Let us know your thoughts or your concerns about AI in the comments below. All right, jump into the next news story. Like I said, y'all, we got a lot of stories. There was a lot of news that happened this week, and we still going, y'all. So thank you for hanging out with us and checking out all the latest news from this past week. So the next topic here is for a film that's coming out in March, and this film is coming from Stacey Beats. I don't even know if I'm saying it right. Chrissy and I actually had a discussion about that recently. You want to tell them about that?
What were we talking about?
You was doing like a reel or something.
I was doing a reel about what though? I don't know. She was in something. Anyways, the point of it was I was trying to figure out how to say her name. We watched the video of her saying her own name, and we still
We
couldn't
still didn't know
figure
what
out
she's
how
like.
to say it.
How did
She
she say
says
that?
it. She says it with like I don't know,
Just
almost like an
like
A and
accent.
E
Yeah.
that blend together on
Yeah.
the second part. And I'm like, I can't get it. We were like trying Zazie, Zazie, Zazie.
Zassi. Like, yeah.
But she says,
Or
I mean, I was her name, but she sounds so good when she says it. But yeah, we couldn't figure it out.
well, yeah, Zazie Beats got a horror movie called They Will Kill You coming spring of 2026, y'all, specifically March 27th next year. This is actually the first film from the Nocturna production label, which is the Muccietti production label. So this will be the first film that's released under their banner. And this film, last year, Deadline had an article about this film, and they said the film is described as a horror feature laced with black humor and telling the story of a woman played by Beats, who answers a help wanted ad to be a housekeeper in a mysterious high rise in New York City, not realizing she is entering a community that has seen a number of disappearances over the years and may be under the grip of a satanic cult. The project has been described as being a tonal mix of Ready or Not and The Raid. I was like, what the fuck? Ready or Not
Like
in
a
The
wild
Raid?
time.
That sounds crazy.
Yeah. And I think she's also a really underrated actress. Oh, and now I know, remember. I saw her in that movie, was it Good Luck, Have Fun, Don't Die?
Oh, yep.
Yeah. She was in that. She was really good in that. Like she's a really underrated actress. So I think like listen to that premise. Oh yeah, that's gonna be good.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I think maybe she just says she hasn't had that like one movie to like really
Yeah.
like propel her to that next level. Maybe
Yeah.
this film will be really good, and she'll get more lead roles in some of these films.
Mhm.
But the premise sounds really good. I'm curious to see what other movies come out from that Nocturna label from the Mucciettis. But this being their first film, we'll see how well it does. But March 27th, y'all, that's another film coming out in that early spring time frame of 2026 as horror continues to just drop a lot of releases, a lot of movies just coming out as we stack up even for next year.
Yep.
Mike said New Line Cinema still putting stuff out. Yep.
Well, I think they restarted, right? Because like it was a while that they stopped. I think, right?
They did, and then
Yeah.
they redid some with the label, so now they
Mhm.
are like
Yeah.
making projects again.
Mhm.
All right, y'all. So let's switch to what you saw in the thumbnail of this news show, and that is all about the Curse of La Llorona. I would have never. You couldn't have told me that they were going to make a sequel to this movie, but here we are,
Absolutely
y'all.
not.
We got a sequel coming. It's called The Revenge of La Llorona. and it's coming from, of course, the Conjuring universe, Warner Brothers, New Line Cinema. It will not be directed by Michael Chavez, who did the first La Llorona movie. And I think the only returning cast member is Raymond Cruz, who was the like shaman dude in the first movie. I think it's the only returning cast. But it will be directed this time by filmmaker Santiago Mengini, who made his feature debut with 2021 horror movie No One Gets Out Alive, which I'm not familiar with. I don't know if anyone in the chat is familiar with that film either.
It's a Netflix movie.
It was a Netflix movie? Okay. But yeah, I mean, I am curious if since the last rites did so good that they're like, oh shit, like
no,
we need more Conjuring.
I hope they didn't think that because La Llorona was not nowhere as good as that, and that wasn't even all that great.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't understand why that would trigger it. Oh, we got to bring this story back. Of all the other stories they told, this will be the last one on my bingo card for the year.
I wouldn't, like I said, I would have never guessed. And they did have a brief description on here that said the story sees the return of the vengeful spirit La Llorona, forcing a fractured family to confront their past and join forces with their estranged grandfather to battle ancient evils and stop the weeping woman before she claims their children forever. I'm not familiar with Santiago, but maybe he can, turn this series around and make a banger of a La Llorona movie.
Well, I think sometimes I feel like, sometimes it is, all they care about is money, right? Because like the first movie made a lot of money, even though it sucked ass. So, I mean, I can imagine that people like, well, we're just going to make money because of whose name's on it. You know what I'm saying? Like,
right.
But to me, they could have left this story completely alone.
Yeah, I agree with you. I agree with you 100%. Mike in the chat said if the cast is not diverse, they can send it back immediately. So I'm actually gonna pull up another article because the cast does seem like Hispanic cast, like it rightfully should be. So let me bring up the other article so you can see the cast members on screen real quick.
That would be a good question too, Mike.
Whether okay, so here's the cast right here. You got Monica Raymond, Jay Hernandez, Raymond Cruz, and Eddie Ghanem. Mike said, I need to know who's writing the script because it needs to be a Latino writer. Let me see. Who did they mention who's writing the script on this one?
Popnik, no, I didn't see it. And I'm so sad about it.
Yeah, we want to read that comment for the audio?
Yes, Popnik asks, by chance, Christy, did you see Obsession at Fantastic Fest? I heard it was good. If you did see it, did I miss your thoughts? It's so depressing. Let me tell y'all the story why AJ's trying to find out who the writer is.
Yeah, you got to tell them. So
it was very hard to get tickets. And I stood outside waiting to see if I could get in. And no, I couldn't get in. I was so freaking sad. That was one of my top anticipated movies. But yeah, no, I wasn't able to get tickets. And even on standby, everybody and their mama was trying to pack that theater out. It was 3 theaters and they were all packed. So unfortunately, no, I'm gonna have to watch it with everyone else.
Yeah, I'm surprised that Obsession didn't get more screens out there, considering that, especially after TIFF, it was like really hyped up. So I was surprised.
I'm sure they probably had already planned how many they were going to do before TIFF even happened, but it was disappointing. The way their system was made, I think it just made it a little bit more difficult to get everything you wanted to see. I messed up. Obviously, it was my first time going also, so I was trying to get everything I wanted to see, but that was one I didn't get, so it was unfortunate.
Yeah, that's crazy. But definitely looking forward to that one for sure once it does eventually come out.
But I heard it was great. If I don't know if y'all saw where Letterboxd dropped their 2025 highest ranked horror movies of the year. Obsession was like number 3 or 4 or something like that. It's up there.
That's
not that
really
far
good.
Behind.
Hey, what's his name? Curry Barker. Yeah, that dude is really like he putting himself on the map. And that's crazy. It's like another YouTuber, like the Philippines and Chris Stuckman, who are out there
Mm-hmm.
making just dope ass horror movies, which is crazy.
Yeah.
Now I did find who wrote the script for this Revenge of La Llorona. Their name is Sean Tretta. He worked with Juan on uh, Juan's Creature from the Black Lagoon feature at Universal, and so Sean Tretta is the one that wrote the script. I'm not sure what else Sean Tretta has worked on, but they'll be the ones penning the script, or has penned the script for Revenge of La Llorona. So there's all the info right there on this new film, which I'm shocked that they are making, considering that I feel like the first one was not a big hit. But
Yeah.
I think they're just hoping that with how good Last Rites did, that maybe this is will also kind of do really good if they do some good tie-ins and have just actual good quality within the story and all that good stuff.
Yeah.
Maybe it'll be good.
Mm-hmm.
Perp minded, so I keep hearing things about Obsession. Yep.
Yeah. It's definitely one I hate. I didn't get to see, but I've heard nothing but great things about it.
Yep, absolutely. We all to our viewers and listeners, let us know down in the comments. How do you feel about the Revenge of La Llorona? Are you excited about a sequel? Did you like the first one? Let us know your thoughts down in the comments, y'all. All right. We got like 2 more stories left. I mean, I told you a lot of stories. This one is funny though. This was not funny, but this is definitely an interesting topic. So this one is about Good Boy. So if you've seen Good Boy, you know that it stars Indy the dog, and Indy the dog gives an incredible performance. I couldn't get it out, but apparently, Indy asked the Oscars to consider animal actors, saying, "quote throw us a bone." So apparently, Indie Studio IFC unleashed an open letter to the Academy of Motion Picture Arts and Sciences, signed by none other than Indy, the breakout canine star of Good Boy. The letter, humorous yet heartfelt, calls for the inclusion of animal actors in the Oscars acting categories, arguing it's high time Hollywood gave us 4-legged performers the recognition they deserve. And they had some like quotes from the letter that they sent. Like this first one says, "Despite my critically acclaimed role in the recent film Good Boy, I have been deemed ineligible for the Best Actor category." Indy laments in the letter obtained exclusively by Variety, distributed by IFC. Indy says, "quote apparently I am not a good enough boy for you." And if you scroll down, this article talks about like people's reception to Indy's performance in the movie. And I'm trying to find where it was exactly. Where was it at? Yeah, right here. It says critics agree that Indy's performance is award worthy, with IndieWire calling him, quote, one of the most emotive actors of his generation. Hey, people going in, you know what I'm saying? But I'm not gonna lie, Indy did a great job. Like his performance, I thought was great in Good Boy.
Yeah, no, he was good. He was definitely good. I have to give it to him, but come on now.
He did a good job.
Yeah, okay. I'm sure this was just like some marketing thing. They said we're gonna use this as a marketing ploy to get more people to come watch the movie.
Because they know they're not gonna include an animal in the acting category. That's never gonna happen. But it looks good from like a marketing standpoint, because guess what happens? People read the article and be like,
I gotta go see it.
Really that good? Like I gotta see it for myself now. So it's definitely a good tactic to get people to go and check it out. But to be fair to them, his performance is really good. I mean, there's moments when you're not watching it and we're like, damn, like his reaction to shit is perfect. You know what I'm saying? Even when he be like double taking, like when some shit is happening, he's like, what the fuck? It feels very human-esque, you know what I mean? So it's crazy. Mike in the chat said, Indy, it's not because you're a dog, it's because you're in a horror movie. Hey, that's true, man. Horror movies do not get the respect they deserve when it comes to the Academy. That is for sure. But hopefully that will change because of Sinners. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, okay. I didn't know where you were going with this.
Where else could I have gone? Sinners is like the ultimate. You know what I'm saying? Right.
I love that movie so much.
Yeah, see, Christy got it on her background. Sinners is the ultimate. So hopefully that they'll garner a lot of respect. At the look, I'm gonna call it right now. If Sinners doesn't, at a bare minimum, at least win Best Score at the Oscars, it's gonna be a riot. I'm
Oh,
I'm
right. Yeah.
I'm gonna have a fit on stream. We'll probably go watch along or something like that. I'm gonna
Yeah.
lose my fucking mind if they don't, at a very bare minimum, win Best Score, because or Best Album. Like, ain't no way anything else can beat that shit. This is impossible.
Well, I've heard now through the grapevine, because y'all know
Yeah.
I keep my ear to the streets, that Marty Supreme's score is really good. And a lot of people are talking about it, like to the point where they think Marty Supreme's score should be
Oh
out Center's
man, that
score.
would be crazy.
Yeah.
I gotta see that shit for myself because I just
That's what
can't
I'm saying. Like, I
imagine
gotta go see
anything
it.
beating I can't imagine anything beating Center Score. That
I'm
because it was
telling you what they said.
literally integrated and infused.
Yep.
Like the music, they were playing the music on the fucking set of the movie. Like
I
that's
don't know
how
what to tell you,
integral
baby.
the music is
I'm just telling you
to the
what the
movie.
streets are saying.
I know,
They
I don't
say
know. I'm
Marty
preaching to the
Supreme was
choir.
up
I know,
for
but we're gonna
it.
see when we watch Marty Supreme. We're gonna find out if it's really that good.
Mhm.
Pert Minded said, "I don't like dogs, but he was a good dog. He
He was a
was,
good dog.
and he was great." Pert Minded also said, "One battle after another, and Marty Supreme
Mhm.
taking a lot of
Yeah,
awards."
they
Yeah,
are.
I heard. Yeah, I've heard. One battle after another. People are really praising that movie.
Yeah.
Like crazy.
Yeah.
Um, K-pop Demon Hunter is also in contention. You know what? I didn't think about that.
That music is so dope.
The music is fire. And it when you got like 3 songs from your album in like the top 10
Yeah.
Billboard charts, that's fucking
Mhm.
crazy. So
Yeah.
that lets you know how good that music is. Really good though. That
It
K-pop
is
Demon
really
Hunter
good.
music goes crazy. That shit's on the radio, like it's on everything,
Yeah.
topping the charts. I mean,
They were
the
singing
the
it on,
yeah, Jimmy
what was
Fallon.
it? Jimmy
The
Fallon. Yeah.
performance was on Jimmy Fallon singing the Golden song. Like that's crazy. So yeah, I think Mike might be right a little bit there too.
Yeah.
Pert Minded said Demon Slayer gonna win Best Animated Movie. I still haven't seen it yet.
You haven't seen it.
But once it comes out
I
on
heard it was good,
digital,
though.
I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna watch that shit on digital for
Yeah,
sure.
I heard it was really good.
But it should win Best Animated because the box office wise, that
Yeah.
shit was going crazy. People going crazy over that movie
Yeah,
for sure.
it probably will. I was just thinking about this is a side conversation, y'all, but the things that won last year for animated, that Flow one, wasn't that was the one that
Yeah,
won
the
last
cat
year
one.
for this
Yeah.
animated, yeah. And they didn't even
Mhm.
have no freaking dialogue in that movie.
Mm-mm. No dialogue. It was just a beautiful movie.
Yeah.
Mhm. But let us know down in the comments, y'all. What do you think about them sending that letter to the Academy? Do you think it was just all in good fun? And do you think we could ever see like maybe a separate animal category at the Academy Awards? Let us know your thoughts in the comments, y'all.
Mike mentioned K-pop Demon Hunters might be going head to head with Demon Slayer on the most best.
Ooh, KA. That you know what though, Mike? You're right. That's probably why they did the well no, because to be considered though, you have to have don't you have to have your movie in theaters for so long or something like that? They only had that one weekend. Is that enough time to be considered for an Academy Award? I thought you had to have your movie release in theaters for a certain period of time or some shit like that. I could be wrong, but I gotta double check on that. All right,
Yeah.
y'all. For the last story, what we want to talk about was what we mentioned earlier was the Jason Blum interview that he had with Variety. So let me get that pulled up for y'all on the screen. So Jason Blum sat down. Pretty sure it's with Variety. I'll double check that because at least the article is on Variety shit. But he had a big interview. Like they asked him all types of questions. You know, this is, again, it's the 15th year of the Blumhouse studio, and they asked him a lot of questions about things that he missed out on, things that he wants to work on. So all those different things. So, babe, you want to start off reading some of these that are up there?
Well, some of the things I pointed out from the interview where they asked, has horror become so mainstream that people say it's over? Oh, no, horror has become so mainstream that people say it's oversaturated. What do you think? And he said they're right. This year, it definitely was. Everyone pulled back, and next year, it won't be. I've been through that cycle now about 3 times. A few horror movies make money, then everyone makes horror movies, and then they don't make money. Then everyone pulls back, and so it goes. No moderation. He said Hollywood is like Charlie Sheen. And so they asked as like a secondary question to that. So what is working? And he said intellectual property and sequels, which is something we be getting inundated with. He said sometimes that's an experimental event. The biggest Conjuring movie of all time opened from our sister company, Atomic Monster, a few weeks ago. People are going to the things that they know.
True.
But there is something really cool happening in horror right now, largely due to Get Out. When we started, horror was for weirdos. It was not for mainstream filmmakers. If you were the star directing student at NYU, you were making a movie for Sundance and you wanted Focus Features or Searchlight to buy it. Then you got in line for an Oscar, a bigger dramatic movie. There were very few 20-year-olds aspiring to make horror movies. He said that opposite is true now. And he says, I credit Jordan Peele with this. The cool kids make horror movies now. And I think that's very interesting because I think we see that a lot more too. Like people wanting to make like good horror movies now more so. And people were saying, oh, it's not because of Get Out. But I think it is because that was like the first horror movie made where it wasn't like it was good. It looked good. Like the story was good. Like it was taken seriously. And then obviously they won awards for it. You know what I'm saying? Like there was a years and years gap between the last time a horror movie won, which was what, Silence of the Lambs or something like that. It was something, I can't remember what it was, but either way, it was like the first time horror was taken seriously. And so I do absolutely agree with what he said right there.
Yeah, absolutely.
Then he goes on to talk about how he lost the auction rights to reboot the Chainsaw Massacre. The Texas
to A24.
Yep, he lost it to A24. Also, I need to get some details on that because Glenn Powell's involved with that project.
What?
Glenn Powell, JT Muller, who wrote Long Walk and Strange Darling, and some the producer behind Weapons, Roy Lee. But yeah, Glenn Powell. And I'm like,
what is he doing with that?
What's he doing with it? Right?
I do not want to see him in that movie.
I don't know. But yeah, so he was really upset about that. He was like, we were in the mix. The deal isn't closed, but we probably won't get it.
Yep.
And then I know you said that he was also trying to do some other things with like Friday the 13th.
Yeah.
Nightmare on Elm Street.
I definitely wanted to bring this up because I was curious to see what people think about this. Because right now, Blumhouse, it used to be way back in the day, when a Blumhouse movie was coming out, you paid attention. But now it's kind of switching to where it's kind of like you don't really care about the Blumhouse movies that are coming out as much anymore. So they did ask him, hey, what is your white whale in the genre space, the movie you'd kill to make? And he said, Friday the 13th and Freddy Krueger. Those are my two white whales. And then they asked, and they are both locked up somewhere else? And he said, we're always haggling. I make a run at them every day. I would never give up the quest. And if they make one without me, I'll chase the next movie. So I was kind of wondering, like, do we even want Blumhouse to touch Friday the 13th or Nightmare on Elm Street?
Well, I'm going to keep it 100 with you. I think people made up in their minds that Friday the 13th franchise is top tier horror, but for some reason, it's not that great to me. So I actually agree with Mike, what he said in the comments. Like I can see him with Friday the 13th. Now, Nightmare on Elm Street, I don't think so.
I don't think so either.
Yeah. I don't see that.
Yeah, I don't see it either. Friday the 13th, I think I could kind of see it, but I think I'd wanted to go somebody else because I'm like for Texas Chainsaw. I'm glad I went to A24 because I feel like A24 will allow them to push the boundaries. Like, hey, y'all just go crazy, make whatever the fuck you want to make. I feel like with Blumhouse, they're kind of like neuter it a little bit. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know if.
Well, even like I feel like if you rewatch the first Texas Chainsaw, I feel like A24 could continue that aesthetic that you get when you watch that movie. I think I can see that fit better.
Yeah,
I definitely don't see Blumhouse being. They would make it something completely different.
Yeah. Now, what I will say is, ain't anybody making movies for either one of those. So like, if it takes Blumhouse to be the ones to make it, like I'll take I'll allow them the chance to take a shot if no one else is making any movies, because they're not. No one else is working on no projects like
That's true.
film wise.
Yeah. Hmm.
So I'm like, well, shit. If Jason Blum gonna be the only guy to be like, we gotta get a movie done, I'm like, well, fuck it. Like y'all do it, and maybe fingers crossed y'all get the right people to work on the shit and actually comes out and it's good.
Yeah.
Uh, and it's not an Exorcist believer situation. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I know some
Oh
people
Lord,
like
Mike.
that movie, but
I'm gonna rewatch it just because of Mike, because I feel like, okay, maybe I need to take my blinders off, like my Exorcist blinders, because I
yeah,
mean, like, that's
you
top
gotta put on
tier.
your Blumhouse
I gotta put on my
blinders.
I gotta put on my Blumhouse goggles, take off my Exorcist, put on my Blumhouse
Yeah,
goggles, and rewatch it again.
and rewatch it. Pop Nick said 100% agree on Friday the 13th franchise. A lot of the movies are hard to get
They
through.
are
Yeah.
slow
Hard to
and
get though. Yeah.
boring. Like,
Yeah.
obviously, y'all like Jason. Just say I like Jason the character,
It's the
because
best part about it.
the movies ain't good.
Yeah, hey, that's the best part about it. Hey,
Yeah.
look what Mike said. I'll jump on live with y'all for a
We're gonna
watch
do
party.
it. Let's do it. Let's do it. We're gonna have a great time. Let's plan that out, because
And then
I
Michael
gotta
said the
see it.
slander. Man, yeah, we
I
got.
just want to know. I need to understand, like, in real time, Mike. What are you seeing that we're not seeing?
You know what? Yo, on some real shit. Watch party with Mike would be very interesting
I think it
because
would be.
Mike likes some terrible movies, and I'd be like really curious. Like, I wonder, like, so when these moments are happening, like, what are you
Yeah.
thinking? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, um, I started going through Mike's like top 10 on the found TV stuff. And I will say, I did watch one of those and I liked it. It was like the White String at the House or something like that. It was actually pretty good. I did like that one, but there were some other ones I was like, Mike, I need, like, what's the Mike vision on this? You know what I'm saying? What's the Mike vision for real? Mike said, like I said in the Discord, I'm just here, mind
Yeah,
my
I'm just here.
business,
Minding my
and
business.
bam, a strike.
Yeah, because we be talking about stuff, and then we be like, "Well, Mike probably like this, so Mike probably,
It's
like,
like,
"What? I'm just minding my business. Why y'all worry
he
about
said, I'm just minding my business. Hey, I found, I, Mike, I wonder if it's like you find, because I think Christy does this sometimes, not all the time. I think sometimes you find these little things that you really like in the movie and you hold on to that shit. And then when like something really, some bullshit happens, it kind of like bounces off you a little bit because you're still holding on to, well, I really like these parts a lot. So I'm hold on to it. And then I make the movie a little bit better. You know what I'm
like
saying?
him." Me and AJ had at least 2 or 3 more in-depth
Like,
conversations
yeah, like
about
off the
that
record
movie
conversations. Yeah.
that we did not record. It's just us
Yeah.
talking about it, and he'd be like, "I just don't see it. I just don't see it."
I
Like,
don't get it. Now, I'm glad you brought that up
yes, go
though.
ahead. Okay.
So, they just had their digital release. With the digital release, they released an alternate ending, end credits, deleted end credit scene, and deleted scenes.
But they're all
What's
on YouTube. Y'all can
and
go
they're,
watch
yeah, someone put them up on YouTube. Shout out to whoever put it up on YouTube. But
it.
what's crazy is those deleted scenes and that alternate ending is actually good.
They are.
And so I was like, yo,
I hate they didn't
there
go that
might
far.
actually be a better version of this movie
Sitting in
that
somebody's laptop.
right, sitting on a hard drive with shit just rearranged and cut differently than how it was cut for its
Yeah.
theatrical release. I couldn't believe that they cut that ending out and cut out
Mhm.
2 of those scenes. I was like, wow, like these are scenes that, and I wouldn't have changed the movie significantly in terms of overall how it is, but I feel like they would have contributed, and it made me think, okay, if these deleted scenes were actually done and you deleted them, there's got to be other footage that y'all cut
Mhm.
that just made a better movie.
Yeah.
So if y'all
I
haven't
have to
checked,
agree with you.
if y'all haven't checked out those deleted scenes and alternate ending for him, check it out. Because it's kind of disappointing. I was like, dang, like maybe there's a better version of this movie.
Especially the ending, I think. The ending to me. And I'm wondering, did like they show these 2 endings to some kind of like audience, and they were like, "Oh, go with this one." And I'm like, did y'all have the right kind of people in this
Y'all
audience?
didn't, right? They
Because
didn't have the right kind of people there.
I really like that alternate ending way better, you know.
It's way better. They even could have just added it on to the ending
They
they
could
already
have
had.
added it on,
Just
and that
added it on.
still would have been even better. Yes,
Still
that
would've been
actually
better.
would have been better, because that was my one critique about the movie, was that I wanted to know what happens next. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? Like, because it just ends.
And
I'm
it
like,
literally
so
shows on the alternate ending,
yeah.
and it adds more dimension to
Mhm.
Marlon's character.
To his character. I
What are we
love.
doing?
Yeah.
What are we doing?
Yeah.
Cutting this shit. Like,
I don't know why they
I'm
cut
so
that.
confused by the people who
It
made
was
him,
good.
like, on some real shit. I'm so confused. Uh, but Mike said, so like Believer, I think it's a bad Exorcist movie, but a solid possession movie. Ah, that's what you're trying to
Oh,
say.
okay. Okay. Well, you know what, Mike?
I
I'm
get
gonna
that.
listen to what you're
I get
saying,
that.
and we're gonna watch the movie from that perspective.
I can understand that. Cause it's like Star Wars. Like The Last Jedi is a trash Star Wars movie, but as a regular movie, it's okay. Similar concept. You know what I'm saying?
Right, baby. Hey, that's
Yeah,
similar.
yeah. So I can understand that. That actually makes a lot of sense.
Oh,
But going back to the story, Jason Blum celebrating 15 years of Blumhouse. That's all the stuff that he said. Uh, drop in the comments. What are y'all thinking about his interview? What do you think about him? Blumhouse as a production studio working on some more classics. They already did. Well, no, what classes have they actually worked on? Because that was Universal that did the Halloween stuff. Have they gotten any classics that they worked on from Blumhouse?
Blumhouse?
I
No,
don't
I
think they
don't
have,
think
right? They've
mm-mm.
been
That's
competing for
why
them, but
he's
they haven't
keep
been getting
trying to
them.
get them.
But that's because they realize
Because
y'all
what
ain't
did
the
he
ones.
say?
Y'all ain't the
The
ones to do
money
this
is in
shit.
the IP. The
Yeah,
money is in the IP, and
yeah,
that they've created their own IPs. But I
yep,
think he does want some classic IPs for sure.
yep. So let us know y'all's
Oh, the
thoughts in the
Wolfman
comments.
was
Oh,
House.
the
That's
Wolfman.
right. Thank you, Mike. Yeah, that is true. For some reason I forgot that.
Yeah, yeah, Wolfman. That's them.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, it's not. I don't think Wolfman is as bad as other people think it is.
That no, you know what, baby? This is the case of what you just said. You holding on to the good parts of Wolfman. You really like
They got a lot of good
certain
parts, though.
scenes in there, and everything else bad about it is bouncing off of you. So
Maybe.
Blumhouse got Universal Classic Monsters.
Oh, they
Oh,
do.
they have the Invisible Man.
That was Blumhouse. No way. That was
Well, I
Blumhouse.
know Lee Wan will be doing. He does that stuff, right?
Well, yeah,
He
he
did
did that
Invisible
one.
Man.
I didn't know it was Blumhouse though. I thought that was Universal.
Well, sometimes they do it
They do
together.
it together, right? Oh, okay. Oh, you're right. Yeah, it is Blumhouse. I thought it was separate. It's just distributed by
Together.
Universal. Yeah.
It's together.
Wow. Okay. So yeah. Well, Invisible Man was hard. That was a good one.
It was a good one.
Yeah. Okay.
The money's in the IP, my peoples. So he
Well,
wants all of them then, because he said he want Friday the
hey,
13th
I want every
and Nightmare,
classic IP. He's like,
and
look,
he's trying to get Texas Chainsaw.
y'all ain't doing nothing with it. I'll make a movie. Let's go. I'll make the movie. Now the last thing we want to talk
Oh
about.
well, before you get to that, honey,
Oh yeah.
we mentioned that Blumhouse was doing their 15th year anniversary, but Shudder also was celebrating their 10-year anniversary,
Oh yeah.
and they had a panel. Just a really quick overview. They had a panel at Comic-Con as well. Sam Zimmerman was there, whom I met at Fantastic Fest. Nice dude, by the way. He was there along with some other people, but they have this new show coming out called Guts and Glory. I saw the poster for this when I see that, like a couple days ago.
Yep.
It comes out Tuesday on Shudder, and it's like I like competition shows. Like I love them.
Mhm.
So they are, they already have the Brule Brothers Dracula on there, which I also love. But now they got this new competition show coming on there called Guts and Glory, where they have like, it's like, to me, like when you watch the trailer, it's almost like Fear Factor, but with horror. So they have like these people that come in, they're competing against each other, doing like these crazy survival scenarios that you would only find in like a horror movie. So like being trapped in a coffin, um digging through a dead body to get stuff out of it, like find a way out of, like Saw or whatever. But yeah, they got these crazy tale scenarios, and people, whoever wins and survives the horror movie, they are the ones that
Mhm.
win the money. I thought that was pretty cool.
That is cool. That's a
um
great concept. Hopefully, the production value is good enough to make it good.
yep. They talked about that mortuary assistant movie that you were talking about, that
from the
adapting
game.
from the game.
Yep.
Talked about that, and they talked about VHS Halloween, of course. But yeah, that was basically it. And they, talked about just all the different things they've done over the past 10 years, being who they are. But yeah, that
Yeah,
was.
they've grown a lot.
Mm-hmm.
There's a period in time when Shutter was putting out nothing but trash nonstop. Um, so they've grown a whole lot. They've come a long way.
Maybe.
Because it used to be, oh, this is a Shutter movie, but now it's like,
There
okay,
were some
Shutter,
good ones. There have been some good ones.
not a lot, I don't think. But yeah, so it's dope to see that Shutter is growing, and
well, they had that whole Hell
expanding their
Motel
projects and stuff.
series. The ones that we watched were pretty decent.
Which
We
one?
gotta finish that. The Hell Motel.
Oh yeah, we never did finish that. It seemed
Yeah, we
like it
gotta
was going to
finish
be
that.
okay. Hopefully, it
Yeah,
ended okay anyway.
I heard it did.
Now, the
They
last
said
thing. Oh,
Jason Bloom trying to be the Monopoly man if you don't sit down somewhere.
oh yeah, he really is. He's like, I want every IP. I want it all for me. But yeah, I wouldn't mind it if he actually made good movies. Then I wouldn't care.
That's the problem right there.
But he's struggling. But the last thing we want to talk about, y'all, is actually Fortnite. We just bring it up.
The song. Every time
Fortnite
you
Battle
say it,
Pass.
I want to say it.
But yeah, so Fortnite, they released a bunch of like horror like skins and packs and shit like that. Our kids was hyped for it, talking about it. So we thought we'd just bring it up on stream. Here's a couple of the skins they put out. They got the Grabber in there. They got Ghostface in there. And they got the Huggy Wuggy dude from Poppy's Playtime.
Yeah,
I think they got some other ones too. Yeah, they got some more.
Were showing them to me. They have like Scooby Doo. They had some other stuff. I can't think of everything, but yeah, they were all really cool. Yeah. Now I posed a question about the Grabber because he's what he is, and I don't know.
He's that P word.
I know that everyone of all ages plays Fortnite, but it's technically a kid's game. I don't know. To me, it's kind of weird.
I mean, it is. It is weird.
Yeah.
But it's all about marketing and money. You know what I'm saying? So,
I know.
And his mask is cool, so they're like, "Fuck it, put him in the game."
Yeah, it's so strange to me.
Yeah, but put him in the game. Same thing, Freddy Krueger. Like he's been in a lot of
also very
a lot
weird.
Of games too.
Also very weird.
Yep. But yeah, so Fortnite, doing their Halloween event stuff with a lot of dope skins and other dope horror related content.
Mm-hmm.
But that's it for all the news in terms of like upcoming stuff. Of course, like I said, Black Phone 2 coming out this coming weekend. Super hyped for that. October 17th. We will do a spoiler free and spoiler review for Black Phone 2. So be on the lookout for that. Christy's already seen it, but now I'm about to watch it. So we're gonna do a full review together and give you our thoughts and opinions on Black Phone 2. Hopefully it's super fire. I'm super excited for it. And
I feel like this year has shown me that I don't really know which way you're gonna go sometimes on movies. So
never know.
I can't even be like, "Oh, you're gonna love this," or I don't know.
It ain't hard. I'm gonna keep it real. I'm gonna be like, "Shit, it's not hard. This ain't it." One thing we didn't mention on the news. I thought about it. They had the what was that festival called? Was it Midnight Fest? The Boston one?
Is it the popcorn one?
Oh. No, it was like Midnight Fest. It was like remember, it was like their first year. Was it last weekend?
Oh yes, I think
I was only gonna bring it up because David F. Sandberg was there, and he mentioned he talked a little bit because they showed Lights Out. He's talking about his journey as a filmmaker, but he's also talking about his upcoming film. So he's working on a new Amityville horror film. He talked about his excitement to go back to supernatural horror. As a David F. Sandberg fan,
I'm excited. I'm super hyped.
I'm super hyped. His last film was Until Dawn, which was just okay. But even he himself was like, I'm happy to be returning to supernatural horror because that's where I'm sure it's where he feels like he excels at, and I would agree.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Yeah, hands down. Agree. I'm excited about that too.
Yep.
Yeah.
Well, anything else you want to add, babe?
That's it. Oh, don't forget, Mike's the Voices of the Mausoleum. Their awards is this month too. I think it's like the 25th. Or something like that. Keep that on your calendars. the Sacred Crypt Awards, and also the Chainsaw Awards comes up on the 19th. Something like
Yes,
that.
19th. No, next
The
Sunday.
19th. Yep. But that's it. I think. I'm trying to think. Yeah, I feel like that's it.
Yeah, hey, make sure y'all locked into us. Subscribe on YouTube. Follow us on our podcast channel, Spotify and Apple Podcasts. Follow us on our social media accounts as well. We got more content coming for October. More scream if you've seen this. More reviews. Some vlog content because we're going to Halloween Horror Nights and go check out Dark Universe over Epic Universe as well. So gonna be some dope vlog content coming to the YouTube channel as well as some exclusive vlog content to the Patreon. So make sure y'all are locked in. It's gonna be a lot of fun as we continue, the month of horror in October. It's gonna be super dope.
Mm-hmm.
Shout out to everybody who tuned in live.
Thank
and
you.
just,
Thank you.
chopping it up with us, talking about all this horror news. This is a super dope show. Y'all make it even more fun when you come in and just chop it up with us. If you're watching the replay, we do this stream every Sunday at 11 a.m. Eastern time. So make sure you put that on your calendar. If you subscribe, you get the notifications, but you can come and add your thoughts on the live chat. We try to put it up on the screen, and it just makes it even more fun. So appreciate y'all for coming and joining us, spending some time with us on your Sunday morning and afternoon. Shout out to everyone who's listening on the replay too. We appreciate and love y'all too. Shout out to our Patreon supporters and our YouTube members. Thank y'all for supporting us on that level. We love everybody and appreciate everybody. And we will see y'all on the next one. We out. Peace.